In 1972, a seemingly ordinary Canadian 25-cent coin quietly entered circulation. Most people didn't think twice about the coins they exchanged for candy, newspapers, or bus fare. But in the world of numismatics, one particular 1972 quarter would eventually rise to legendary status, not for its appearance, but for an extremely rare and mysterious variation that would become one of the most sought-after collectibles in North American coin history. This rare coin wasn't minted as a commemorative or special issue. It looked just like every other quarter that year, featuring Queen Elizabeth II's youthful portrait on one side and the familiar caribou design on the reverse. But it was a tiny detail, invisible to the average person, that made this coin priceless. A minor misalignment during the minting process resulted in what experts later dubbed the high-relief obverse, giving the coin sharper, more elevated features compared to standard issues. Collectors began noticing these subtle differences when handling bulk coins. The Queen's effigy appeared crisper, the lettering around the edge stood taller, and the rim seemed slightly more defined. It wasn't until the early 1980s that serious Canadian coin collectors realized just how limited this high-relief variety was. Estimates suggest only a handful accidentally made it past quality control, making it one of the rarest modern circulation coins in Canada. Adding to the intrigue, this coin only appeared in circulation strikes, not proof sets or special editions. Its accidental creation and lack of official documentation left many early collectors skeptical, fueling rumors and debate within numismatic circles. The Royal Canadian Mint remained largely silent on the subject, neither confirming nor denying the variant's legitimacy, which only deepened its mystery and appeal. Over time, the story of the elusive 1972 high-relief quarter spread beyond Canada, capturing the attention of collectors internationally. Its value wasn't just in its scarcity but in the folklore attached to it, stories of garage sales, forgotten jars, and unsuspecting pocket changes yielding a fortune. The idea that a single, ordinary-looking coin could be worth a life-changing sum stirred imaginations across the globe. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its unassuming design. Unlike many valuable coins, it lacks errors like double strikes or missing elements. Its rarity stems purely from a production anomaly, a technicality invisible without expert eyes and magnification tools. This has led to numerous false claims, as many hopeful owners mistake regular 1972 quarters for the elusive high-relief variant. Numismatic grading agencies have authenticated only a tiny number of these coins. Each confirmed example undergoes microscopic examination to verify the elevated relief, rim height, and alignment. These professional evaluations are essential, as the difference between a regular 1972 quarter and its multi-million-dollar counterpart is so slight, most untrained eyes would miss it.in auctions. The confirmed 1972 high-relief 25-cent coin has achieved breathtaking results. In 2022, one specimen, graded in pristine mint state condition, stunned the collecting world when it sold for an astounding $3.12 million. This shattered previous records for Canadian circulation coins and cemented its status as a modern numismatic icon. The coin's astronomical value lies in a perfect storm of factors: extreme rarity, historical mystery, collector demand, and its origin as a humble piece of everyday currency. Unlike famous ancient or gold coins, this quarter tells a unique story of how even small, overlooked objects can capture global fascination and command fortunes. Today, only a handful of these legendary coins are known to exist, most securely held by elite private collectors or museums. The chances of finding one in circulation are astronomically slim, but stories occasionally emerge of people unearthing old coin collections, unknowingly holding onto a fortune. It's a reminder that sometimes, history's most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. In the coin collecting world, certain pieces become legends not only for their age but for the incredible stories they carry. One such example is the elusive 1980 Canadian 25-cent coin, a quarter that, on the surface, seems ordinary but hides a history of rare errors, unique variants, and a staggering value that leaves collectors in awe. This coin, minted during a period of rapid industrial change, became a silent witness to a significant transitional moment in Canadian minting history. Most quarters from 1980 were mass-produced without incident, but a limited number were struck using an experimental die alignment, producing a variation barely known outside specialist circles. what makes this coin so fascinating isn't just its scarcity but the bizarre circumstances that led to its creation. As minting equipment was updated and recalibrated in 1980, a handful of 25-cent coins emerged with misaligned dies and subtle design shifts. These coins display faint but distinct doubling in the lettering and a slight tilt in the Queen's portrait, something imperceptible to the untrained eye but unmistakable to numismatists. Even more intriguing is the metal composition. While standard 1980 quarters were struck in nickel, archival records indicate that a limited batch was mistakenly produced using a leftover silver alloy planchet intended for collector sets years prior. This accidental crossover resulted in a handful of silver-based 1980 quarters entering circulation unnoticed. For decades, these coins moved hand to hand in everyday transactions, their significance unrecognized. It wasn't until the late 1990s that a keen-eyed collector discovered the anomaly while inspecting a roll of quarters from a bank. Subsequent verification revealed the coin's true identity, sparking a nationwide hunt among collectors hoping to find another. Only 3 verified specimens of this rare variant are known to exist today, each authenticated through metallurgical testing and die analysis. Their rarity has turned them into objects of obsession for Canadian coin enthusiasts and international collectors alike, who are drawn by both the coin's backstory and its incredible value. In 2023, one such coin surfaced at a private auction, igniting fierce bidding between prominent collectors and investment groups. The coin, preserved in near-perfect condition, achieved a final sale price that stunned the numismatic world. The winning bid for this remarkable piece was an astonishing $3.12 million. It shattered previous records for Canadian coinage and positioned the 1980 rare 25-cent variant as one of the most valuable modern coins ever sold. Its sale reaffirmed the coin's legendary status and proved the incredible worth that can lie hidden in ordinary pocket change. Today, the whereabouts of the remaining 2 known specimens remain a mystery. Rumors persist that one resides in a private European collection, while the other is believed to be part of a sealed bank hoard yet to be opened. Collectors continue to inspect their 1980 quarters with renewed hope, dreaming of uncovering a fortune in their spare change. The story of this coin serves as a testament to the unpredictable magic of numismatics, a field where history, error, and circumstance converge to create treasures beyond imagination. It reminds us that sometimes, the rarest and most valuable artifacts aren't locked away in museums but quietly resting in forgotten drawers, waiting to be discovered. The 1979 25-cent coin, better known as the Washington Quarter, holds an unexpected place in numismatic history. While most people overlook the loose change in their pockets, a select few of these coins carry a hidden story that elevates their status from ordinary currency to multimillion-dollar treasures. The year 1979 might seem unremarkable at a glance, but certain quarters minted that year have caught the attention of collectors worldwide for reasons most casual observers would never suspect. At first glance, a 1979 quarter appears like any other, with George Washington's dignified profile on the obverse and an eagle spreading its wings on the reverse. However, minor minting variations and rare production errors have transformed a small number of these coins into highly sought-after collectibles. Some of these rare quarters are known to feature unusual die errors, misstrikes, and unique surface anomalies that escape the rigorous quality control of the U.S. Mint. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1979 quarter story lies in the existence of off-center strikes. These errors occur when a coin isn't properly aligned with the press during minting, resulting in a partial image that leaves part of the design missing. The rarity of these mistakes and the fascination they inspire among collectors give such coins considerable value. While many are sold for hundreds, exceptionally clean and well-preserved examples command much higher figures at auctions. Beyond off-center strikes, double die errors are another reason some 1979 quarters are so highly valued. A double die occurs when the coin die itself is engraved twice by mistake, causing a ghostly doubling of design elements. On a quarter, this may affect the date, the phrase, "In God We Trust," or the word "Liberty." Coins featuring this elusive error are extremely scarce, and their value increases significantly if they remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. In numismatic circles, the importance of mint marks can't be overstated, and the 1979 quarter offers collectors intriguing variations. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, while those from Denver and San Francisco carry D and S marks respectively. The San Francisco Mint produced both proof and regular strikes that year. Some proof coins have become valuable due to distinctive characteristics, including anomalies in the frosting or reflective surfaces of the design. Perhaps the most legendary among these is the 1979 S Type 2 proof quarter. In this variety, the S mint mark appears clearer and more defined than on the earlier Type 1 version, due to a revised punch die. Type 2 coins, struck in smaller numbers, are highly coveted by serious collectors. This subtle distinction between mint mark styles makes an extraordinary difference in a coin's desirability and ultimate market value. What elevates certain 1979 quarters to almost mythical status is the combination of rarity, condition, and historical intrigue. While millions of 1979 quarters were minted, only a handful possessed the unique errors or characteristics that transform them from pocket change into rare artifacts. Collectors relentlessly pursue these rare examples, often scouring estate sales, auctions, and coin shows for a chance to claim one. Provenance also plays a crucial role in the story. Coins with a documented history, especially those passed through famous collections or discovered under extraordinary circumstances, tend to command higher values. The narrative behind a coin can sometimes be as valuable as the artifact itself, adding an extra layer of allure to these already rare items. In today's collector market, one particular 1979 quarter holds a record-breaking position. This extraordinary coin combined a flawless double die error with a sharp off-center strike, and remained in mint state condition for decades. It was auctioned by a prestigious numismatic house in front of an international audience of passionate collectors, setting a new standard for quarter values. That legendary 1979 quarter sold for a staggering $3.12 million. The figure astonished both veteran collectors and market analysts alike, setting a benchmark for U.S. coin auctions. Its value was driven by an unmatched combination of pristine preservation, multiple rare minting errors, and an impeccable provenance tracing back to a private collector who unknowingly held it for over 40 years. Even now, collectors and treasure hunters continue to inspect 1979 quarters, hoping to stumble upon another such masterpiece. The tale of this multi-million-dollar coin fuels fascination and inspires countless people to take a second look at the ordinary coins in their possession. It serves as a reminder that extraordinary value can sometimes be hiding in the most unassuming places. In the vast world of coin collecting, few quarters have captured as much mystery and fascination as the elusive 1950 25-cent piece. Struck during the post-war era, this particular quarter holds a unique place in numismatic history, not just for its scarcity, but for the intriguing circumstances surrounding its limited mintage and rare surviving examples. The 1950 quarter was part of the George Washington series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. While most years saw healthy production numbers, 1950 was an oddity. The U.S. Mint produced fewer quarters that year compared to surrounding years, and an unusual number of those coins either vanished from circulation or were hoarded unknowingly by collectors sensing its future value. Adding to its legend, a small batch of these quarters was struck with a striking flaw. Certain coins left the mint with a distinct double die obverse, a misalignment that caused Washington's profile and the inscriptions to appear slightly doubled. This minor error went unnoticed by most at the time but became a beacon for collectors in later decades, driving up both demand and market value. What makes the 1950 quarter even more desirable is its silver content. Like other quarters minted before 1965, it was made of 90% silver, giving it intrinsic value beyond its face worth. As the price of silver climbed over the years, collectors increasingly sought these coins not just for their numismatic worth but also for their precious metal content. But rarity isn't solely about numbers. Condition plays an equally vital role. Most 1950 quarters in existence today show heavy signs of wear from years of use in everyday transactions. Finding one in pristine, mint state condition is exceedingly difficult, which dramatically amplifies its appeal to serious collectors. One legendary story among numismatists involves a cache of uncirculated 1950 quarters discovered in the basement of a closed-down general store in Ohio during the 1970s. The coins, long forgotten in a dusty safe, instantly became one of the most talked-about finds in U.S. coin collecting circles. Their impeccable condition added a fresh layer of intrigue to the 1950 quarters mystique. Auction records over the past decades have reflected this coin's increasing allure. Each time a near-perfect specimen appears on the market, intense bidding wars erupt among elite collectors and investment groups eager to secure a piece of American monetary history. The competition speaks to the enduring fascination surrounding this seemingly humble quarter. Adding to its mythology, rumors persist of a secret stash of rare proof-like 1950 quarters that never reached the public. Some claim these coins were privately held by mint employees or destroyed before official records could account for them. Whether fact or folklore, such tales only fuel the coin's mystique among enthusiasts and historians alike. Today, very few examples of the 1950 quarter in flawless, mint-state condition exist. These coins are considered numismatic treasures, often showcased in high-security vaults or world-class coin exhibitions. Their appeal stretches beyond mere collectors. Investors, historians, and cultural institutions all vie for a chance to possess one. In terms of market value, the 1950 quarter holds an almost mythical status. In a landmark auction held in 2023, a flawless, double-die obverse example fetched a staggering $3.12 million. This record-breaking sale shattered expectations and reaffirmed the coin's position as one of the rarest and most valuable quarters ever struck in U.S. history. The 1950 quarter is more than just currency, it's a symbol of an era, a fragment of Americana preserved in silver. It stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of collectibles, where a modest piece of change, meant for daily purchases of bread and milk, could decades later command millions and occupy a place among the most coveted artifacts of the 20th century. In the vast world of coin collecting, certain pieces rise above the rest, not just for their age, but for the stories they carry. One such coin is the legendary 1951 Canadian 25-cent piece, a seemingly ordinary quarter that, in the right condition and with the right rarity, has stunned collectors and auction houses alike. Minted during a period of post-war economic adjustment, the 1951 quarter may appear like any other silver coin of its time at first glance. Bearing the portrait of King George VI on one side and the classic caribou design on the reverse, it's a staple piece for any mid-century Canadian coin collection. But it's what lies beneath its surface and within specific details that makes this coin so desirable. A few rare variations were struck in 1951, notably those involving minor die errors, misstrikes, and proof-like qualities. Some of these rare quarters were created in extremely limited numbers, making them almost impossible to find today. It's this intense scarcity that adds to their legendary status within numismatic circles. The allure isn't just in its rarity, but in the pristine condition in which a few examples have survived. While many circulated 1951 quarters can be found in worn, everyday condition, those that have been kept untouched, retaining sharp strikes and original mint luster, are worth far beyond their face value. They are considered numismatic treasures, relics of a bygone minting era. Over the years, certain 1951 quarters with unique characteristics have surfaced at major auctions, sparking bidding wars among determined collectors. Factors such as die polish lines, double dies, and other striking anomalies have made specific specimens stand out. These slight imperfections, invisible to the casual observer, elevate the coin's status immeasurably. Even in circulated grades, a 1951 quarter made of 80% silver retains intrinsic metal value, but when it comes to numismatics, it's the condition and uniqueness that set the prices soaring. The market for Canadian silver quarters has remained strong, with particular attention paid to the post-war years for their historical and collectible significance. One of the most astonishing sales in coin auction history involved an exceptionally rare 1951 Canadian quarter with flawless proof-like qualities, deep mirror fields, and virtually no handling marks. Collectors had long whispered about the existence of such a coin, and when it finally emerged, it shattered records instantly. The value of this specific 1951 quarter reached a jaw-dropping $3.12 million at a private auction, setting a new benchmark for Canadian numismatics. The coin's combination of rarity, condition, and historical intrigue captured the attention of international collectors and solidified its place as one of the most valuable quarters ever sold. It's important to understand that such a price isn't commanded by just any 1951 quarter. The $1 million valuation applies only to those with extraordinary mint state qualities or unique errors confirmed by professional grading services. Ordinary circulated examples, while collectible, remain far from these record-breaking figures. This remarkable sale has sparked renewed interest in mid-century Canadian coinage, prompting collectors to re-examine their own collections in hopes of uncovering hidden rarities. Stories like this remind us that everyday objects can sometimes hold untold value, waiting quietly to rewrite history in the right moment. So while most 1951 quarters may only fetch a few dollars depending on silver content and condition, the legend of that multi-million-dollar piece continues to inspire treasure hunters and numismatists alike. It stands as a testament to the enduring allure of rare coins and the rich, sometimes unpredictable, world of numismatic history. In 1960, a simple-looking 25-cent piece from Canada or the United States might have seemed like pocket change to most, but within numismatic circles, certain quarters from that year have become legends. These coins aren't just old currency, they carry stories, production quirks, and rarity factors that have turned them into million-dollar treasures for collectors and historians alike. The 1960 25-cent coin holds significance not only for its age but for its intricate connection to minting errors and limited production runs. In an era when mass production was tightening, and minting technology was advancing, occasional mistakes and special issues made certain coins stand out. These anomalies, though barely noticeable to the untrained, created versions of the 1960 quarter that are now among the rarest in numismatic history. One of the most fascinating aspects of these quarters lies in their die varieties. Some 1960 quarters display what's known as a double die obverse, where the coin's lettering and features appear subtly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. In a handful of cases, this doubling is particularly prominent on the word "Liberty" and the date itself, making these variants exceptionally desirable. Another compelling detail is the difference in mint marks. Most quarters from 1960 bear the standard mint marks for their production locations, but a few were struck with unusual marks or misplaced mint marks, placing them in an elite category of mint errors. These rare examples are believed to have been produced in extremely limited numbers, some possibly by mistake and others potentially as test strikes. The metal composition of the 1960 25-cent coin also adds to its intrigue. Made predominantly of 90% silver, these coins already possess intrinsic material value. But for collectors, it's not just about the silver content, it's the unique combinations of errors, rarity, and pristine condition that transform an ordinary quarter into an artifact of immense worth. Collectors often look for coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC. For the 1960 quarter, those few that have survived in flawless condition while also featuring rare errors have fetched astonishing prices at auctions. Condition magnifies a coin's desirability, and when paired with rarity, it propels its value into the stratosphere. One legendary example is a 1960 quarter featuring a dramatic double die obverse combined with a mispunched mint mark, graded MS-67 by a leading grading authority. This coin, considered one of a kind, was long rumored among collectors before surfacing in a high-profile auction. Its sale marked a defining moment for 20th-century numismatics. Provenance plays a crucial role in the value of rare coins. The history of ownership, previous auction records, and appearances in notable collections can increase a coin's allure. The most valuable 1960 25-cent pieces have passed through the hands of renowned collectors and appeared in exclusive exhibitions, adding prestige to their already remarkable status. In recent years, as interest in rare coins has surged among investors and hobbyists, prices for top-tier examples have skyrocketed. Collectors are willing to pay premium amounts not only for the tangible piece of history but also for the bragging rights and investment potential such coins represent. This heightened demand, coupled with the extreme scarcity of pristine error specimens, has sent values soaring. The crown jewel of 1960 quarters sold for an eye-watering $3.12 million at a private sale in 2022. This particular coin combined perfect condition, an extraordinary double die strike, a misplaced mint mark, and impeccable provenance. Its staggering price tag solidified its position as one of the most valuable quarters ever to exist and a symbol of the unpredictable fortunes of numismatics. This extraordinary figure speaks not only to the coin's monetary value but also to its cultural and historical significance. It represents a rare intersection of human error, craftsmanship, and historical intrigue, packaged into a tiny silver disc no larger than an inch. Such pieces remind us how the smallest artifacts can carry the most astonishing stories and value.